Lugi.
Yeah.
Pivawala.
Niakit.
Stongo Oshkinyecha.
Madawika.
Kulmante.
Gwina.
Kikadus.
Unsti Huntedish.
Jate.
Osio.
Alito. I already said
Yeah, I think we're done, right?
Yeah, I
Was that
think
all of
that's
them?
it.
Oh,
Good
no, we
morning,
need
good
more. We
morning.
need more. That's for
Coming live from 1950 South Shepherd here in El Reno.
sure.
We had a pretty interesting weekend. What did you do this weekend, Darian?
I was the true warrior standalone yesterday with my sisterhood of Recovery Sisters, but it was a good dance. It was in Watonga, and so there's a lot of people out there. Yeah, good time. Billy thought my sister Tay was a princess because she was going up to get change while he was doing giveaway, and then he's like, "Oh, here, princess!" And then you know how she shakes hands; she's all
Real
like
aggressive.
strong, and he's like, "Oh my god!" It's like she's mean. But yeah, so she got a blanket, so that was nice.
That's cool.
But yeah, it was a good dance. Almost made it the whole dance without seeing Billy's moon, but you know, 6 or 7 special, then his shirt started getting untucked.
Yeah.
And so, yep, got to see that. Got to be blessed by, the legendary Billy Moon.
Well, that's good. That's a good deal. Did you get video this time?
No, not this time. So I still have the last one. Didn't even get to put $1 in it this time either. So, there's
you got to
always...
know that when he's in the building, you got to keep $1 ready.
Yep. Because you know how he is. Like I said, I thought he was wearing a onesie because his shirt was really tucked in. And I was like, oh, this guy's staying protected. Yeah.
Just tradition.
Yeah.
Well, we went to Seminole, but we went to Shawnee.
Mm-hmm.
It was Nat's or the granddaughter Kalashua. It was her. They had a 6-month. Well, it's like they don't really have a baby shower beforehand.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess it was after they shaved her head and clipped her nails, and I guess it was that time for them to get together and celebrate her. So
make sure she's healthy first.
Yeah. But yeah, it was. I always tell everybody, man, I got to come back and meet you again because I'm still blind as hell, blind as a bat. But I got to meet Nat's other sisters. And her family's always good to me. Her mom's always good to me. So we had Indian tacos. Yeah, it was nice. It was nice. That was the reason why I wasn't at the dance.
Yeah. Mingo's reason was who knows what Mingo
Yeah. I was laying there buck all Sundays. But yeah, it was my first time missing a sweat too. I love to go to the sweats, and yeah, it was my first one that I had to miss with the group that I sweat with. So I mean, and I went to church. I went to church. I was supposed to go with the brother Dale, but I guess things didn't work out. Because he had his kids with him. So me and Nat were already dressed and up, and I was like, "We're going anyways." And it's kind of funny because when they're doing like their announcements, they always want me to get up and say something. Like, Barry, do you got anything going on? Like, but they also said when they have next time we have an outreach, they want to come set up their table. The Cheyenne Arapaho Baptist Association, I guess, CABA. But yeah, they're tied in with Jay Mule and them, so they were like, next time you have a where we can come set up our table, we would like to spread more information about our church. And it was always I love going there because then you get to go see Grandma Ernestine and Uncle Nelson. You know what I mean? Like I don't know, like Ernestine is like a pillar of this community. She's ever since I've known her. Uh, she's always been one of the ladies that lead the church. So she's in her 90s, right? She's like she's up there, and she's still got a good mind. She's still a leader. But then while we were there, Nelson Nelson was there, and man, I really enjoyed seeing Nelson Orange. You know, I remember him in his old life. You know, he hung around with my uncle, and you know, you had to be you had to be a rough dude to hang around my uncle.
Special breed.
You know, it wasn't anything out of the ordinary to come home and see them like one be on one side of the yard passed out, and the other one be on the other side of the yard passed out. Literally just laying in the yard in the hot sun, and it's just like go over there, shoot some flies off of them. You know, so to see him go from that to the man that he is today, I mean, you know, next time we have a dance or something, man, I would love to get him to, you know, I mean, it's just that inspirational, you know, to see who he used to be and to see the man that he is in his faith today. You know, like it's an amazing story. Like, you know, you would have to just know who he was in his former life to see who he is today, and you know the way that he took care of Grandma Ernestine all them years. You know, and he's getting up there in age, so you know, just putting it out there. You know, hopefully speaking it into existence that you know, hopefully we can honor him in some way in the future. So I mean, you know, you know, I'm not a big church guy, but you know, I was gonna go with my bro because he wanted to go. But you know, if I've learned anything in my process is that you know, you shouldn't be scared of God no matter where He is. You know, I've never been. I mean, you know, I went to church whenever I was a little kid, but kind of, you know, I believe in our traditional ways. You know, and they sing, you know, tribal hymns in there. Cheyenne and Arapaho. You even got to hear a Pawnee one. Taylor sang a Pawnee one, you know, and you know, I mean, the same words that they use in them church hymns are the same words that we use in our traditional songs, you know, our ceremonial songs. So I can see the connection there,
Yeah.
you know. So it was good. It was a good weekend. And then you know, going to Kalashua's little half birthday. I mean, it was neat. I had a good weekend. I had a very good weekend.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm just tired.
Anybody say good morning?
Yeah. Yeah. Nat said good morning. Mary said good morning.
Good morning.
Misty, Carrie.
Nat, Mary, Carrie from Barry.
Yeah. Start your mixtape.
Yeah. And my mixtape drops.
I know we got to get you a cool album cover. It's gonna be you laying on the couch,
But
buffalo robe right over.
but yeah, it was a good, pretty good weekend. What are we doing this week?
Well, we have what's today? This afternoon we'll do a victim services podcast, and then we'll also do mental health Mondays. Mingo's gonna do some dancing at the turtle camp tomorrow if that OKCIC is putting on. Then some yoga, and then we're gonna be teaching some kids about peer pressure on Thursday.
Peer pressure.
Pure pressure, as Mingo would say.
He's really calling it.
Yeah, pure pressure. Nothing
Pure
but
pressure.
pressure. That's all it is.
I couldn't get what he was saying. Like
It's Mingo things. I know what he's trying to say, but I mean,
I didn't get it. I did not get it.
it's just peer pressure. But
It's just peer pressure.
yeah, peer pressure. And then Saturday we might be in Oklahoma City for a thing. I don't
Yeah, another
Mingo thing that he signed us up for. So we're gonna figure out what it is.
Well, you know how that goes. You know the rule. If you signed us up for it, then you got to be there.
I know, but he signed us up and said he wasn't gonna be there. He's like, oh, I got yoga Zoom to do. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. But I think it's a farmer's market kind of thing, but like a native farmer's market.
I guess we got to look at the flyer a little bit better.
The flyer just says native
Farmers market.
Yeah. And so we'll see. I mean, I don't know. It'll be
Yeah, I mean, you know, you never know. You never know. We might have the time of our lives.
Yeah, it could be the best event ever, but I don't know. And then your eye appointment on Thursday.
Yes, I have an eye appointment Thursday. Thank God.
I know we have a big old eyeball drawn on the calendar just so he remembers.
Oh yeah, man. You know, it makes me wonder what happened to my other doctor.
I'm telling you, you're gonna get there. It's gonna be the same doctor. It's just at a different spot.
Hey, hey,
Yeah. I don't know. We like just call Dean McGee, see what happened. Be like, hey, can
Well,
you
yeah,
help me?"
somebody was like, you can call over there and they can tell you, like, was it malpractice? Was like it affected your health care, so you have a right to know.
Yeah, ask him. Watch, it's because he's doing unnecessary surgeries. All you needed was a
Well,
contact.
he wasn't
Yeah.
he wasn't the same one that did my
Yeah.
surgery.
But he recommended it, right?
No, no,
really?
I only seen one doctor, and then when I went back, it was another doctor. Then when I went back, it was another doctor. So like, like I don't know what was going on, but
We need like
uh,
a podcast episode just of your eyeball journey at this point because it's been a roller
so
coaster.
yeah, it definitely been a roller coaster. But I'm on God's time.
Mhm.
God's will, man. I gotta, you know, uh, and it was something that I heard at church too. Sunday. Mr. Taylor Pratt had some good words. He talked about direction and the way my life was going, and how he thought he always had the answer, but he didn't consult God on a lot of things, and he wondered why things weren't working out for him. Like I completely felt that.
Mhm.
Like it wasn't until I asked God to like come into my life and to help me and guide me and do what you want me to do. Let me get out of your way. And like there's nothing I can do about the whole eye doctor thing. Like completely out of my hands. So whenever I was explaining that to Mona and Christina down there this morning, I was just like, like I can't sit here and pray for God's will and then not be able to go along with it.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Like I was explaining to my sponsee this weekend is when I do something out of anger, when I feel like I got to react to things, it's because I'm doing it out of pure reaction.
Mhm.
You do this, I'm gonna do that. Like this happens, I got to do this. Like that's taking God's will away and putting my will into it. You know what I mean? So I got to be willing to practice what I preach.
Gotta ride the wave.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, what do they call that? Faith without works is, I forgot what I was gonna say, but
Mhm. If it's Tupac, we could ask Mingo, but
yeah.
I don't know if he has.
But I mean, those are just some of the things that, am I ready to live by God's will? And if it's God's will that my doctor gets fired, and
Mhm.
things that are completely out of my hands, like my boy says at the 506, my business stops right here. Like once I'm able to just take it on the chin, like there's just a lot of things I got to take on the chin and keep going. So I mean, it is what it is. I have all faith in the world that things are going to work out
My
when
mom.
they need, as long as it happens before this Portland trip.
Yeah. Please expedite your time.
Come on, guys, like
Yeah.
let it happen before this Portland
Yeah.
trip.
My mom said faith without works is dead.
Yes, that's what I was going to say.
Yeah.
Faith without works is dead. So I got to practice what I preach.
Mhm. Mhm.
So did you bring peanut butter and jelly, Leanna, Miss Thomas?
Yeah, I was scarfing them down. I started eating one, and then they're like, "Oh, we're gonna do a blanket dance for Carly for her Durant trip to get her award." I had to eat that thing in like 3 bites. Had peanut butter
We're
stuck all to the
completely
roof of
used
my
to
mouth.
it.
Yep.
We're
I know.
completely used to it.
Yeah.
Leanna, did you ever had to beat up Darian for the way that he eats? I mean, I'm just wondering. You know, this bro can put some groceries away.
Oh yeah, everybody says rent's high, but no, my groceries are just absurd. And then Jericho's like, "Why don't you just pack your lunch?" I'm like, "I know myself. I'm gonna eat that lunch
On
and
the
then
way?
go to lunch. Yeah, it'll
Yeah,
be my
on the
appetizer."
way.
I'm like, I'm saving us money by not
Pre-gaming,
packing a lunch.
pre-gaming.
I know, but yeah, but they were good peanut butter and jellies as usual.
Good morning, Nadine.
Oh yeah, we had. Oh yeah, Earl had some peanut butter and jellies too, and of course he
Ah,
won a bunch of raffles.
of
as
course, of course. Always got that magic touch.
usual. And then Nat says, "Leave Mingo alone. He's out in the community, getting stretched in the field."
Yeah. At least he's not stressed.
Yeah.
He's stretched.
Pamela says good morning.
Good
Shelly
morning there,
says good
Pam.
morning.
Miss
David here
Yates. Stongo David.
and David Levi also.
Mr.
My
Levi.
mom. Nadina says hello, Dad. It's Penny.
Oh, hey, Penelope. I forgot it is. You know, I gotta go see my baby today.
Mhm.
Glad you can tune in, Penelope. Penelope Esther Starr. That's my baby.
My mom says I've always eaten that way. Yep.
Hungrier than a hostage.
Yep. That's why she quit drinking so she could afford more food for me.
It's got hollow legs.
Yes. Yep. Good morning, Shanna and Randy.
Shanna Beaver, good morning.
Mhm.
Mr. Randolph. That's my brother right there out in Santana, California. So yeah, it's been it was a good weekend, you know. Got Johnny and Penelope. We went out. Our new thing is going to Chicken Express. I don't know why.
It's
Or
delicious. I mean, it's like one of the best.
Chicken Express is pretty good.
Yes, the spicy ones, and then you get gravy.
We all four get spicy.
Yes. See,
Natalie, Johnny, Penelope, and me.
it's delicious.
You know,
See,
we all get spicy.
that used to be my favorite thing about drill weekend because if you were in uniform, they would throw in like 3 extra strips, so I'd end up getting like 12. So good, so good. Almost a whole KFC bucket, but still
Yeah.
delicious.
You know, that's our thing. And then yeah, we had a good day. El Reno girls
Oh,
won
yeah.
state.
There's a lot of
That was
lot of people
huge.
that are
Yeah.
winning.
Yeah. So that was cool.
Didn't
You know,
Calumet also win?
well, yeah, they won the week
Oh
before.
yeah.
And then Hammond girls won. Then the Sequoia girls lost. But they're a young team. They'll definitely be back.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was great. My niece Jules. It was. It's such a great thing to see these young ladies accomplish. Such a great feat. It goes down in history.
Mm-hmm.
So I love the fact that my niece Sasha's on the team. I got a couple, 3 or 4 nieces that are on the team. So it's just cool to see this community back up, something that is so positive.
Yeah.
Got to give a special shout out to Coach Doug. Coach Douglas. She really came in. At one time, almost like maybe they didn't understand her vision. Like the past players. Of trying to get to where she is now. But I think a lot of people see like the positive impact that she's had on these young ladies. So you always gotta you just want to see something like that keep going.
Yeah.
So I love the fact that these little Darlington girls are getting a shot. Like before they would all go to all the Darlington kids would go to Calumet because they wouldn't get no playing time over here in El Reno. And now, like that whole culture, that started like 9-10 years ago. Back whenever like they started coming to El Reno, and I don't know, like the basketball culture around here has definitely changed, in CNA country. So now you see other kids wanting to come to El Reno just to play ball here. So bless you. Bless you.
Thank you.
So
On your jacket, by the way.
thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
And it's just a great thing. We should see if we can get some players on here and just maybe, because that's one thing that our audience really holds on to as a way to do something positive. Like I myself, I mean, I still struggle with doing the right thing when nobody's looking. You know what I mean? Like, and for a kid to come in and be like, you can reach your dreams by, putting your nose to the wheel and the grinding wheel, and I don't know, like it's just great to see for this community.
Yeah,
Been a long time coming.
Yeah, it's good to see, that hope getting bigger and bigger, and those inspirations among like all the teenagers, all the younger kids. It's like the future's in good hands already, and so it's good to see that for sure.
For sure.
Mhm.
I mean, it's just such a positive thing. Made my daughter play. Penelope. She's only in 7th grade, but I don't know. Like, she's like, I wanted to play sports. Like, she wants to try every sport. And with my older kids, I don't think I like instilled that kind of confidence in them to really do a lot of things. So it's just a good thing to see Indian kids, or just kids from this community period,
Mhm.
get involved in the great things that they've been able to achieve. I mean, my nephew Carter Romanos, becoming the scoring champ of El Reno basketball. Like, that's amazing. Which, I mean, if you know his like lineage, like his dad was a state champion. Quentin Romanos, always like was an athlete, because I remember those names whenever I was a kid. My grandma was such big fans of the Romanos family that she always had nothing but good things to say about Quentin Romanos. And then his son, Perry, my instructor, you know, uh, she would cut out his newspaper clippings and kept them along with my brother Eddie's. And I had never met him before in my life. You know what I mean? I'm like going through our family album and looking at all of Eddie and Tracer's, newspaper clippings. And then Perry has his own section in our family albums. I'm just like, who the hell is this guy?
You got a long lost brother? What is it?
Yeah. But my grandma, she had been a fan of that whole family. Like I got to see it and I got to hear it, and to see that happening in my community today. I love that. I love that for not only for that family, but for this community. So goes way back, goes way back. And then Erin, my niece Erin, she's a state champ now. She played some quality minutes and she did she did her thing. So it was cool, man. I could go on and on, own little podcast about that. So it was cool, man. I love that. So congratulations to the El Reno Lady Indians. Big deal, man. That's a big deal. We got any more comments?
Dave Levi says, shout out to Randy. He's still going strong in his recovery. If he can do it, anyone can. Nat says, Chicken Express is by far better than Cane's. Cane's is absolute trash.
Hey,
I don't want wet chicken that falls off of the skin falls off. Gross.
Hey.
Gross. Chicken Express, top tier. Top tier, Barry. Cane's is like,
trying to fight me.
No, Cane's is way down there. Gross. Only thing good at Cane's is the Texas toast. Alex Dean says good morning.
Good morning, Alex Dean.
Matt also says happy belated birthday to Rain. Which, oh yeah, how did we not talk about all the wind that was just like
right?
everywhere? Yeah, we broke our door in the back, like the back door of the building broke. broke the grill.
Slam the grill.
Yeah, I think the door from the air conditioner flew off. Like
serious?
yeah, it's been crazy. And then I had to
All the
drive through that to drive.
wildfires.
Yeah, it's been interesting stuff, but still just vibing, just hanging
Oklahoma.
out. Yep,
Oklahoma.
normal weather.
We don't have no trees over here in Western Oklahoma, like at all. Like maybe 10 trees between here and Amarillo. But I mean, it's I don't know. It's just part of living in. Like it's crazy. Have you ever been in a teepee during a storm?
No, just the rain.
Like I don't know. Like they're built for that type of thing. It's kind of cool. It's kind of cool being in a teepee. Like when a storm's going on. I don't know if they would sit up to 70-mile-an-hour wind, but
yeah,
I've been in my fair share of teepees during a storm, and like I don't know, like you like not affected really a whole lot.
yeah. I mean, like what, like at Ethity, like there's at least 2 tents that go flying every time you're there. But yeah, the teepees always just hanging out. But yeah,
it's around, So I don't know.
It's just
Just a thought.
ingenuity.
Just a thought. Yeah, ingenuity.
That's what we're gonna have a shirt.
Yeah, ingenuity. But yeah, so yeah, that was wild. Heard a 100-year-old church down. Was a mountain down in Mountain View. So, but they were having church that Sunday at a different building.
Mhm.
So I don't know. People in Oklahoma are just so used to this bad weather.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like our weather's crazy, so it's like it's nothing for us really to bounce back.
I was waiting for our trampoline to slam into our wall, but ordered like some little tent stakes, and they got here after the windstorm. Then I go out there and just hammer it down, so it's safe now. But yeah, yeah.
After the fact.
Yeah, after the fact. I'm glad my hammock
Ain't
was.
that how it goes? Ain't that how it goes?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. Hopefully, all of our viewers stayed safe. So I think we should probably.
I know we have a whole podcast episode.
We got a whole podcast just to do. We're just over here rambling.
Yep. All right. What's today?
The 17th, all day long.
All right. By listening to the inner self and following one's instincts and intuitions, a person may be guided to safety. Dr. A.C. Ross, Lakota. Be still and know the medicine wheel teaches the 4 directions to inner power, not personal power, but the power of God. These 4 directions are emotional, mental, physical, and spiritual. As our emotions get too far out of control, we simultaneously create an equivalent mental picture. Our physical body fills with stress and tension, and we will become spiritually confused. When we experience these uptight feelings, the best thing to do is mentally pause, slow down our thinking, breathe slowly, or pray and ask the spirits to help. Only when we approach the stillness of the mind do we get access to our spiritual guidance system. To be guided, let your mind be still. Creator, today, let me reside in your stillness.
Will you read that first part again for me, please?
March 17th?
Yes, thank you.
Yep.
No, I'm just...
By listening to the inner self and following one's instincts and intuitions, a person may be guided to safety.
Aho.
Mm-hmm.
Well, what came to mind was, this thought about learning how to get out of God's way. That's, to me, that's what that statement means is, respecting the stillness of the mind. I would have to say that's one of my greatest tools that I've learned. It didn't just come to me. It took practice. It took practice every day of learning how to avoid the chaos. Learn to trust myself because, I wake up and I ask for the Creator, Mahio, to guide me. That's like one of the main things of getting my day started is put your will into my life. Allow me to get out of your way. So, and then I seen Drew Cook's post today.
Hmm.
The bro Drew Cook, he said, I don't pray for, you know, can you help me today, God? My prayer today is how can I help you? Like that whole man, that puts things in a totally different perspective. Like how can I help you, God?
Hmm.
And being a part of this recovery team, to me, like I don't feel like I'm doing this thing for Barry. Like I don't come to work to help Barry. Like my sole mission, it's like you're doing the creator's work because you're watching these miracles happen right in front of your face. So it's like, you know, how can I help you today, God?
Hmm.
You know, uh, where it talks about, you know, uh, finding that guidance after you found that peace. Well, it took me a long time to understand that because my mind wasn't peaceful. Like I had all these compulsive behaviors that I had to get control of. I had to like wrangle my emotions, by trying to understand like how my mind was working, how negative and how fearful I was. You know, and coming to a place today where I have the blessings of being able to go celebrate, baby Kalashua's, little half birthday, or being able to spend the day with Johnny and Penelope, or just Friday night I went out with me, Natalie, and my daughter, Hallie. We went and ate Chinese food, and like those types of things weren't possible whenever I had control. When I was calling the shots, like none of this was possible. So I can definitely see where the positive things are happening in my life, from me putting God's will into my life. So I like where it says, when you find that stillness, that's when you will find that guidance. Because if I can say anything, it's that I'm able to allow the creator to do what he has to do in my life. And I'm able to do that by getting out of his way. It took me a long time to realize what I was doing, how I like to play God. You know, uh that's my biggest problem, is I think I always have the answer. I think that, I'm always going to be right, or then that old saying hits me, do you want to be right or do you want to be happy? So being able to, like I said, it took practice for me to get there. It wasn't like I just woke up one day and was like, "Oh,
Now's my time.
now's my
Or now's
time,
our time.
it's
Ours.
on today," like, no, like it had to gradually, I had to watch it gradually. I just speak it into existence. I had to think about it whenever I prayed. I had to watch these things materialize slowly. But I mean, just that little bit of proof, just like this past weekend, being able to hang out with my kids, and, down there, with Nat's family, and, all these different positive things, that I'm watching happen in my life. It's like the proof is there. The proof is in the pudding, as they say.
Hmm.
And I can't deny that. I can't I can't say like I can't take credit for any of that. Like I had nothing to do with where the create. Like I was willing to put in the work, and I allowed the creator to handle the results. So for that, man, I'm just grateful that I even get to be here today. I'm just thankful that I even get to have the opportunity to be better than I was yesterday. I'm so appreciative of my family. I actually have, a very loving and caring family that loved me until I learned how to love myself. So, I was thinking about my nephew, little T, little Terry Baker. He plays for Blake Griffin and Trey Young's team, basketball team, and they got to go to Memphis for their first AAU tournament. And I sent him a little bit of money, and just told him how proud I was, and told him I loved him, and he it made my day that he answered me back, was like, "I love you too, uncle." Like I don't know, like those are the types of things that I get to experience today. Whereas before, the thought would never have crossed my mind to think about anybody else but myself.
Mhm.
So, finding that stillness, finding that guidance, and being aware of when I try to take my will back. Like the awareness of that, just the awareness of that is like it's sobering. Yeah. But man, I had a real good weekend. So for that, I'm appreciative. I hope my dough.
Yeah, I think like stillness and all this can be passed down from generation to generation. It's just a matter of timing. I know on my Chibata side, like, so we have uh like a tribal historian or something that follows like a lot of our lineage, and there's a lot of accounts of uh because we're full of veterans, and so there's a lot of accounts of all these veterans that were in combat roles, and they focused on their inner voice keeping them safe, and that was creator like keeping them still and calm and guiding them to safety so they can return home. And so seeing that transition from combat roles into sobriety, I think we're seeing a lot more people finding that stillness, finding um, that will. And so we see that sobriety passing down generation, and to where I feel like I found my stillness whenever my mother got into recovery and she found hers, and then it was passed on to me, um, just from seeing what it did for her. And so that helped prevent me from drinking alcohol or doing any kind of drugs, which like it was available everywhere. And that stillness just like came into my life and then let me be content and happy with my life and calm, whether it was like those peer pressure uh situations or anything like that. Because in the military everybody's drinking all the time, and
Yeah.
like I would just always be DD, just make them pay for my 5 entrees and be good. But and then whenever I went on deployment, like you can see the difference in the people that were more reactive compared to the ones that were calm. Because like uh, every night in Iraq, they would be like, "All right, we're gonna probably get shot by rockets tonight, missiles, whatever," and you would see the guys just panicking every night, and it was just fear was contagious around them. And then you come to my little detachment, and we're just vibing, playing Super Smash Brothers, like in vehicles. Just like, yeah, if it happens, it happens. We'll be ready. We'll be here. There's no point in panicking whenever we could be relaxed and having a good time. I know whenever we actually did have ballistic missiles coming, we were all in vehicles scattered around the base. And then one dude is just not having a good time. And we're all still playing Super Smash Brothers. And then he's like, "How are you guys like doing this right now?" And he's like, "Pick up your controller." He's like, "If we're going out, We're going out having a good time. And then like all he does is he backs up the vehicle like 2 feet. He's like, we'll be safe now. But like those are the people that like they're content, they're happy, they have a good relationship with their higher power. And I think being surrounded by people like that too, you boost each other's relationship with your higher power. You do get exposure to different churches, different traditional ways, and that's helped me, especially just around the arena, like connecting to our roots. It brings into that stillness, it brings in that relationship with creator. And I feel like if we keep doing that with the next generation, with other generations with us, it'll set up the next generation for success. It'll let them know that everything will be all right. It's all on not on our time, but it's on creator's time. And as long as you are allowing him in your life, you're gonna be all right. It might not feel the best at times, because it can be uncomfortable, but in the end it's all worth it. And you'll be reconnected with each other in the unseen world. And so yeah, that's all I got.
Good deal. Good
Mhm,
deal. That's a
mhm,
good one. Mado. Mado.
anytime, that's what I'm here for.
I got new batteries.
Ooh, you need a strobe feature on there. All right. All right.
Are we back?
I think we're back.
Get it together.
Look at that. You didn't even have your ambience
Get my
going.
no, no,
I
no,
know.
no,
See,
no,
look at that.
no.
Carmelo already quit his producer stuff. There's no mouse, so we're just.
Oh, we're back. Oh!
All right. See you guys later.
We're back. We all done gave up. Everybody done walked off. But I got on my Facebook and it said it was me and Shelly Yates watching. So Shelly's a trooper, y'all.
Yep. Just waiting.
Yeah,
waiting
just
for the
waiting.
good word.
Waiting.
Watch,
So,
you probably left already.
I know. Like hell with these guys.
Yeah.
So yeah, everybody done quit. I was the only one that stayed right here. But this is my desk. So.
Mm-hmm. Trying to read. All right. My mom said the strobe broke the feed.
I know the strobe broke
Nat
the
said,
feed.
"Oh, frozen." Francis said, "Tearing it." And Nat said, "Let it go, because they said frozen."
But yeah, our generator kicked on, so
Yep.
our internet went down for
A minute, 2 minutes,
2 or 3 minutes. So I guess we're back.
just for the announcements.
Just
or-
for the announcements, or
Or
I
just
think
to
we
say
should
bye?
cut it. Yeah. Like, share, follow.
Dave says this guy was passed out. Yep. Well, we'll see you guys this afternoon.
Yeah, we
for
will be back for.
Mental Health Monday
Mental Health
Victim
Monday.
Services. So maybe we'll just.
Are they coming too?
Yeah. So maybe we'll just combine them.
Oh hell yeah, yeah. So that'd be a great opportunity, because if yeah, it'd be good. It'll be good. So we will see you later on this afternoon. Ho.
Stop!